So, everybody has been hearing a lot about buzz with respect to the placements and how it has been doing wonders. What is it that they are doing right? With what kind of candidates are they selecting, which is, ensuring these good placements? Hi everyone, welcome on board to CATKing. This is Anisha here, and today we have got with us Karan, who is the Director of Admissions at Masters Union. So, everybody has been hearing a lot about buzz with respect to the placements and how it has been doing wonders. So we've got hold of Karan to understand, what is it that they are doing right? With what kind of candidates are they selecting, which is, ensuring these good placements. So thank you so much, Karan, for coming on board.
Thank you, Anisha. Very happy to be here. And thanks for your question. I think one important point that I think you sort of touched upon and I'd like to expand is the importance of cohort diversity. So getting people from different age ranges, different geographic, educational, professional backgrounds, and having those kind of people have conversations and make friends and be invested in each other. I think that's something that's really important to us, is to have the Masters Union crew be very special. And in terms of what we look for, I would say, it's a mixture of both qualitative aspects as well as quantitative aspects. It would be easier for me to break down my answer in this regard. And in terms of the qualitative.
So just sorry to cut you there, was when you say qualitative aspects, are we looking at from their profile perspective, or is it from the interview perspective?
Right. So with Masters Union, it's a combination of different things that we consider. The profile, the essays, your interviews, these are all small parts of a bigger picture that we kind of use to evaluate the person or evaluate the candidate. But I would say that when it comes to these qualitative qualities, these are just simple qualities that you can see by talking to someone, or if someone records a video, or maybe through their experiences or anecdotes that they mention in their profile. So that's something that I see is an important part for us to check. And some of these qualities that we do look for, number one is things like leadership potential, right? For us, we try to keep things in a context. So it doesn't have to have been that you have the biggest numbers or the biggest percentages that you're putting to us on a CV. We feel something like being the captain of a sports team and leading your team to victory, that also represents leadership potential. People volunteering, people doing really engaging social impact work, that also represents leadership potential. So that would be a big quality that we look for. Second would be to be enterprising. I think that's very important. I mean, entrepreneurial is a term that's thrown out, but I think enterprising is something that we are looking for. And I think just to kind of summarize and keep 2-3 qualities into one, the ability to be humble and the ability to be coached. I would say that as is quality number 3. We're looking for people because there's going to be a lot of different viewpoints that they'll encounter within class. People, as I said, are from so many different backgrounds. So that's something that we are definitely looking for in our candidates, that they're open to being coached, they're humble about their experiences. And yeah, I mean, people who are very excited about the future, want to be engaged, want to be working, want to be throwing things at the wall, see what sticks. I guess the kind of culture that we have at Masters Union is something that's very different. Any traditional educational, like a legacy institution, if I might say so, that there are things that are happening every day, literally hundreds of things, and it's pretty much on your students. It's upon you. Like if you join Masters Union, as to you pick and choose the things that you're interested in, and you make that journey that way.
Lovely. I think the way you started also with by saying it, the cohort, it's very adapted from universities abroad, which they refer to the batch as cohort and not just another batch which has come on board. And that's pretty lovely. So you guys have been having your admissions ongoing throughout, and like you said, it's qualitative plus quantitative. The essays itself, CU is very different, the kind of questions you all had. So would you like to give us a fair idea? Like, I'm sure you are done with this year's admissions as well with some of the students. So what kind of profiles have made the cut to, be a part of Masters Union, the whole learning phase?
Right. And so I just want to clarify that we've completed round 1 of our admissions, and we're within round 2 right now. It's currently open. We'll be completing that by about mid-March. So yes, you're right. We've seen a lot of profiles. We've done a lot of shortlisting, and I've seen absolutely amazing and very interesting people who've applied. And it's a very exciting process to go through everyone's profiles, through everyone's essays, sit down with the admissions committee, and really see how much effort people have put into it. And there are a couple of profiles that I can kind of point out from memory. I remember there was this person who had applied who was an engineer from Bangalore, and then they had worked as a data scientist at a company. And what they had done was they had worked and they had made this compression algorithm, which compressed a 100 MB file into or 100 KB file into 7.5 KB. A text kind of compression algorithm that they themselves written and kind of submitted to us, and it was great going through some code, for example. So that was number one. Number two, I do remember people who were, see, even freshers, for example. We had people applying from, say, an SRCC and an IIT, for example, and we see people being very involved within their college life. That's actually something that we're looking for, is what have you done with your time? Again, we're going to try to place your leadership achievements and experiences within the context of where you're coming from. So I remember the IIT person was really super into the placements, and there's this, I think, student life there is called the Gym Khana. So they completely ran this entire system, and it was, the kind of achievements that they had was very exciting to see. For his example, I think the person in SRCC, they were really into environmentalism and conservation and reducing paper waste. And so again, different profiles from different areas. Otherwise, we've had what doctors apply to us as well, who want to
Wow.
kind of look at, yeah. So that's something that we're very keen on broadcasting, is that we're background agnostic. And
Okay.
as long as you have this kind of as long as you can convince us that Masters Union is a picture that, or an inflection point in a very kind of exponential curve, that's a good place for us to kind of start the conversation.
Lovely. So I think, from what I'm hearing and the kind of energy that I sense from you also, we're looking at people who, want to go beyond what is actually expected. When we are also looking at, people doing a lot of things in their school and colleges, it's going beyond the regular curriculum. We don't want people who are like the 9 to 5 guys. We want people who are going to be on their toes, because I remember seeing the curriculum. You have startup initiatives, the investment fund. I think you need go-getters to be a part of this whole energy coming out there.
100%. I think, as I've correctly pointed out, that there's like 100 things happening, and people are just kind of picking and choosing whatever they want. So two things that you mentioned. One was the venture initiation program. That's a program in which students pair up even before Masters Union begins and start, going ahead with their own drop shipping companies, or a tech-based app startup, for example. And again, start revenue, like they start generating revenue. They compete with each other on the basis of how many users they've got, for example. So again, build things, prototype things, deploy things fast, see what sticks, see what doesn't stick, learn, move to the next thing. And as I said, it's a very plug and play or customizable experience that you'd want. We've got people who are entrepreneurs who are really interested in incubating and accelerating the firms. We've got people who are 20 years of experience, for example. They want to just come and see, hey, what is Web 3.0? What is blockchain? What is, what's the next in education, or what's the next in tech? So they want to upskill themselves there. And we want to be a platform that, everyone can access, that has, see, eventually what, with the internet and, the things that are there, people can kind of go through it, and there's a lot of information overloads, that options paralysis to choose what you actually want to study for. I think that gets really, kind of curated for a person looking at that business and tech experience. And I think the more important thing is the people that you're studying it, because that eventually really defines your college experience, and at any level, whether it's an undergrad, a postgrad, or even a
That's absolutely true. I think you learn a lot from your peers, more than what you're learning at your campus with the faculties, and no matter how much you do that. So
I
that's
mean, I
really,
would 100%. I think, you will not remember the 15th problem set you did for linear algebra, but you will remember, the 3 a.m. night where you had to go
yeah.
crazy and study with your friends, and you had too much Red Bull or something that day. But, those kind of experiences, I think that we do.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think this has been an amazing session with you, Karan. Thanks for sharing these insights. People who've been asking, like, from all parts of the country, how do you make it into Masters Union? Well, you have got your secret here. Karan himself has shared that with us. And let's look forward to seeing some more exciting sessions with you further ahead as well.
Yes, and everyone who's watching this, definitely, if you're interested, and I mean, I would encourage you to just go through our website, see how it fits in your perspective, and perhaps if you are someone who like that culture of being dynamic, like that culture of throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, then I'd say Masters Union might be a good platform for you. It might not be for everyone. People might, want a more, let's say, less enthusiastic life with, like their phone not ringing at 4 a.m. in the morning. But if you're maybe someone who wants to kind of use the dynamism and that kind of intense energy, I would definitely invite you to at least come, check out the campus, talk to our alums, talk to our students. We're more than happy with having people communicate with the Masters Union team. So yeah, definitely, if you're interested, we'd be more than happy to have you.
Lovely. That's amazing. So thank you so much, Karan. And thanks everyone for watching us. And if you have some more clarity and some more insights you need, drop in the comments your exact profile. Let's get a fair idea what kind of profiles are each one of you guys coming in from. And I could request Karan and the team also to run through your profiles, and we could give you some insights whether are you some of the candidates who can actually be fit for being a part of this dynamic cohort.
Along with your profile, I would request you to type the spiciest food you've eaten. I also want to know that as well.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I will ask the secret for that question later on.
Done. Thank you, Anisha.
Thank you.